to see all your beautiful faces. And so welcome to our team call. I'm so excited to see your beautiful faces. One of the amazing things about being a Beachbody coach is the relationships that we get to build in this business. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But we're going to talk about our plan for 2017. And I did a little bitty slideshow that I'll go ahead and start sharing with you guys. The plan for 2017, when we're coming off, we kind of talked a little bit last week about 2016, kind of like having goals and setting goals and that sort of thing. We talked about what was happening and stuff. But then as I was thinking this week and Super Saturday and stuff, I just really want us to have a plan of where we're going, because when we don't know where we're going, then we stay idle. And so I don't want us to stay idle. I want us to grow and move forward, because that's what we're here for. We're here to grow and be stronger, be better. And so that is our goal for, being a coach. So, anyway, so we're going to talk about, like normal, we're going to talk about our events, updates, and training, and then talk about some homework. So upcoming events, we have a lot of upcoming events, and some of these you are brand new, and I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag, but because you're in the call, you're going to hear some things that we have that are to be determined, but we're kind of working towards planning. So first is the registration for the Success Club trip in 2018, the Riviera Maya, the FAQ 1405. Registration for elite coaches start today. I think All-Star Success Club All-Stars or something start tomorrow, and it moves on. So check FAQ 1405 and when you get to register. I personally registered for the Dolphin Wave at the Unico. So Dolphin Wave at the Unico, because that just fits better with my family's and schedule and stuff like that. So anyway, it's kind of weird to think, okay, this is like a trip in like over a year. Yes. And I'm having to plan. Yes. Kind of weird, but it is what it is. So very, very exciting. The next thing is kind of a little thing we're working on. So it's to be determined, and it may change, but we, this weekend had a really fun little thing with some diamond coaches on another team with, some of our team members. And we had a diamond, some of the coaches had like a little bitty diamond retreat. And it was kind of fun it was in town and kind of fun. So we thought, well, why don't we do something like that next year? So anyway, going through and So I thought that was kind of fun. And so I thought, well, let's, that was a cool little thing. And so we were talking today, we had some leaders over at my house today, and we were talking about what was it that made you like Beachbody. And it was Joy Bowen and Amber Bailey and Julie Schulte and Monica Taylor were at my house today. And we were talking about what was it that kept you in on those times that were hard? What is it that made you believe that you could do the business? And a lot of it always went back to the relationships that they built through events. And events and attending a weekly event and attending Beachbody events has always been, and I'm going to show you at the end of this, has always been the core of what we do as Beachbody coaches. And sometimes we get busy and things happen and we just are like, well, it's not that important. But those relationships really are important. This is a relationship business. It's not a how pretty can you post it. It's a relationship business. It's at the core, and you really can't get around it. You have to build relationships in this business. And so we decided to do a little gathering weekend of coaches, and this is for any coach in the Beachbody Rockstars. And basically, we're going to have a weekend in Dallas. Again, it's to be determined, but it's going to be in Dallas over the Super Saturday weekend. And on Friday night, we're going to Frosty wants in on our call. On Friday night, we're going to have a fun, it's kind of tentative, but we're going to have a fun event Friday night, team building on Friday night, some training on Saturday morning, some fun activities, get to know each other activities, dinner Saturday night, Super Saturday on Sunday. That's how it's planning out right now. Super Saturday in Dallas is usually on Sunday, but that next one, they may not be able to do it on Sunday, so we may do Saturday. So it's still tentative, but mark your calendars for Gathering Weekend, April 7th through the 9th. Start checking flights, and you can bunk up with other roommates, and we're just going to have a really fun weekend that weekend. It's just a great time for you to be around other coaches, get to know them, learn from other coaches. That is really how you can, build from this business, is really getting to know other people and learning from them. So put that on your calendar. A Super Saturday is April 8th. Punta Cana is at the end of April, beginning of May. So hopefully you guys are getting ready for that if you are signed up for that. Summit is in July 12th through the 16th. We also are planning on that Friday doing some sort of, or that Thursday morning, we are planning on doing some sort of service project. And so we're working on the details of that, but I'm really excited about that. We're going to do a service project on that Thursday morning in New Orleans, and we're already starting to work on our team events, but that is going to be something that we're going to do. Really, really excited about that. So hopefully you're going to Summit. And then Super Saturday, the next Super Saturday after that is September 23rd. The Beachbody Leadership Retreat, which is for 5-star and above in Las Vegas, is November 2 through 5. And then our Rockstars Diamond Retreat in 2018 is to be determined. That is also going to be for all diamonds in the Beachbody Rockstar team. It is to be determined on the qualifications. You will have to be diamond. You will have to have some elite points. You will have to pay your own way to this retreat, but it will not be out of the country. And so you'll just have to ask your upline diamond how that's going to come. We haven't made plans, but that's just kind of tentative on the calendar to have a Rockstar retreat with everybody in probably late January or early February of 2018. So very much exciting things coming down the pipeline. This is our plan. We're hoping that these things are going to happen. Some of these things cost money. And I know a lot of times people will say, well, I can't go to Summit. I don't have the money. Right now, you are selling challenge packs. It is always smart to put money aside. Someone said that you should spend at least 10% of your income, at least 10% of your income in your business on personal development. Well, that's personal development includes Summit. It includes, books, conferences, that sort of thing. And so you definitely want to put 10% down, or 10% aside for personal development. So that is how you do it. And it's so easy. We just save a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, put it aside, don't even see it, put it in a separate fund, and it can happen. As far as updates, we have the all access all year long. So supposedly the wait times are a little bit ridiculous. And I apologize for that. Corporate's working as fast as they can. I know they pulled people off the chat to just do work on the request they already had, and it's been crazy wait times, and I really want to apologize for that. But I also kind of don't want to apologize for it, because I'm so excited that we have that kind of problem, because literally a couple months ago we were like, I think Coach Relations was bored because they didn't have anything to do. So this is an amazing problem to have, that we have a product that everyone wants. It's going to be a game changer. But just like when 21 Day Fix came out and it was mayhem, sometimes we underestimate when we have these launches, and it sounds like this is one of those times. And I know with Health Bet and stuff like that, that was kind of a push too. But I'm very, very excited about what is happening down the pipeline for that. So yeah. So wait, what is it, Craig? Wait, Summit dates. Did I put it wrong? Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. So Summit dates. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about the plan for, plan for 2017. As you're thinking of, like we talked about last week about looking back at what worked, what didn't work. I think and I was talking with those leaders today about what worked, what didn't work. I think what we're finding is a couple of things. One thing that did not work for us last year is really opening up and this is, debatable, but to me, opening up the business to giving everyone the discount, giving everyone the opportunity to sign up as a discount, or maybe persuading people to sign up as a coach for the discount hurts our business. And the reason I believe that is because you could earn commission off that person. And there's a lot of reasons why I feel like if you're trying to work hard towards diamond and you're just getting discount coaches, your business is a house of cards. It can fall apart at any time, because most of the time when people sign up for the discount, that's what they mean. They really mean I signed up for the discount. They have no intention of doing the business. And so it really cheapens our business, to be frank, because, our business, the wonderful part of the residual income, the team cycle bonus, is that you have a residual income. A residual income comes from people on Shakeology, on Home Direct over and over. That's the beauty of residual income. If they're a coach on residual income, yes, you do get some team cycle bonus, but you would earn a lot more if they were a customer. Okay. So people were getting to diamond, they were getting frustrated. They were not keeping diamond because, they weren't making much money. And so it was just kind of like this game that was happening. And then they would sign up these discount coaches, sometimes thinking they were going to work the business, and they had no intention. Or maybe they just signed them up as a discount coach and then moved on to the next person, where they could have really nurtured that discount coach and breadcrumb them to become a building coach. Does that make sense? So I feel like in some ways we did a disservice to ourselves and our business, cheapened our business by having people sign up for the discount. Now, do I believe a discount coach are bad? No, I believe that we do need some discount coaches sometimes. And sometimes it is better for people to be discount, because otherwise they wouldn't be a coach. Wouldn't be a customer. They want a discount, and that's totally cool. But what I feel like is it also breeds people not doing the business. It also breeds people to if they're a discount coach and they have no buy-in, maybe they're going to give their discount to someone else. There's just a lot of things that I don't feel like again, I don't think it's always bad. I just feel like it's not a way to build a solid foundation business. And so I feel like we gave that opportunity a little bit. I think what didn't work in 2016 is focusing so much on social media and feeling like social media was the only way. Network marketing has been around for a long time, and it's a relationship business. And if you don't have the foundation of network marketing, of building relationships, how to build relationships, how to talk to people, then you could be the best social media person in the world and have the best social media people out there. But it won't work unless you're able to build that bridge and build those relationships. I spent probably close to $10,000 in 2016 on social media. I hired a company, and it pretty much got me nothing. I don't even know if it got me one challenge pack sold or whatever. It was kind of an experiment, and it was kind of a learning. I was kind of lazy to learn it on my own, so I thought I'll just pay someone to do it. And I think what I found is that, again, it's about the basics. It's about building that relationship. If I can't build that relationship through, in a natural way, then, paying someone even $10,000 is not going to get me this business. And a lot of times people think, if I could just do social media, or if I could just do, if I just do a really good post, then people are going to come to me. No, that's not it. The people that are successful in this business are successful because they build those relationships. So I could spend $10,000 on social media, but if I can't build a relationship with that person, it is a waste for me. Because that is the core. That's what I do. That's how we grow this business. Now, some people are successful at social media and they've figured out how to convert that. But I promise you, those that are good, they are still building relationships with those people. And It's not about the fancy post. It's about how you live Beachbody and how you relate to people and how you build those relationships. So for me, that didn't really work necessarily in 2016. So the next thing is what did work in 2016? Let's just say what did work in 2016. And that was you. You guys worked. You showed up. You're still here. You made it through probably one of the harder times in our company as far as like just kind of a lull sales wise. You pushed through. You didn't give up. And that's pretty amazing. You had that grit, and that's so important. So we're going to do some changes and also keep some things the same in 2017. The reason is I want to keep things the same because I feel like it's okay to keep things that are working, keep them. We don't have to change it just to change it up. And so, but what I want to talk about is in our Super Saturday, someone pointed this out to us, or Super Sunday, someone pointed out this. And how many of you know this little quote? You probably have it memorized. I have it on my phone so I can attach it to posts that I do. But it says, Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Okay, so our efforts, our diligence, and our skill. So our efforts, if you look back on what you did in 2016, will you be honest with yourself to see where your efforts were? Can you be real and honest, leaving excuses behind, and acknowledge where your efforts were? And then will you be willing to put the time into doing the 4 vital behaviors consistently in 2017? Because really it has to do with your efforts. And your efforts are not how pretty your posts are and hoping that people are going to come to your posts. You can spend a lot of money on a post, but it doesn't mean that it's going to attract the right people. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't necessarily attract the right people, and it doesn't necessarily help you sell challenge packs and help people change their lives. So as far as your effort, will you be willing to put in the time to do the 4 vital behaviors? And then the second part was diligence. Will you be here 5 years from now? One of the talks that we did at Super Sunday is someone said a couple of things. There, you know how in network marketing people sometimes think it has an ick factor. It's kind of icky. The things that make it ick are the people. The things that make it ick are your steadfastness. Does that make sense? So it's icky when you're like, I'm going to do this business, and then a year from now you're not doing the business. That's icky. But living your life and doing Beachbody, being committed, saying, I'm going to be here a year from now, no matter what life throws at me, that removes the ick factor, because you are living, you don't have to have the right answers for people. But if you're living your life and living in being a product of the product and authentically you, then that's how you remove the ick factor from this business. It's through your own diligence. And then the last part is your skill. Will you master your own God-given gifts? God gave you these amazing gifts and talents, and you have to find out what those are and master them. A lot of times in this business, I see people looking at other people. What are they good at? Or what are this? And this time of year especially, I struggle with this because I'm around a lot of leaders and they're like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And Meredith, we had a meeting last week, and she said, Stephanie, stay in your wheelhouse. Stay in your wheelhouse. And she knows me well enough to be like, oh, there's a shiny thing and a shiny thing. And she's like, no, stay at what you're good at and just develop that. Just get better at what you're good at. Sometimes, I know what I'm really good at and I know what I'm not really good at. And so I need to be authentically me And that's my brand. What got me here, what has given me success is who I am. It's some skills that God has given me, some God-given gifts that I need to continue to master and continue to, work on. So if you're really good at, reaching a certain person, or you're really good at talking to people, or you're really good at hosting challenge groups, or whatever it is, continue to master and tweak your God-given gifts. Wherever you're really just as your sweet spot in this business, you need to do that and know who you are. And then we all have places that we can improve on, skills that we lack. And so your job is to improve your skill. And that's to improve skills that you lack on through personal development. A lot of us just kind of like, oh, what book are you reading? Okay, I'll read that book. Well, I read Speed of Trust. I read, and I was like, over my head. I read, someone else said, oh, Good to Great. It's a great book. Over my head. Like I have to read things that I need to work on. And that's the kind of personal development that I believe really speaks to you and really can help you improve your coaching. And so it's going to take this year, it's going to take passion first and foremost, and passion about Beachbody, passion that the products are life-changing, that they are life-giving, that they can transform people, that they've transformed you, having a passion for what Beachbody does for people, having a passion for where we're going. That is what it's going to take. It's going to take passion, especially on those days that you just don't have, you have the I don't want it. That's what it's going to be. The second, it's going to take productivity, and productivity is not, and I've said this several times tonight, productivity is not a post, okay? Productivity, and we're going to talk about that in a second, is finding people, investing in those people, building relationships, and giving them good service. That's productivity, okay? And then the last is going to take patience. It's difficult. In this business, sometimes people don't do what they say they're going to do. They say they want to get healthy and they don't. They say they're going to be your next diamond and they don't. And you know what? It's frustrating. And sometimes it gets to me, and I'm sure it's gotten to you some too. And it just takes patience, patience with people, grace, love. That's what it takes in this business. And it's going to take that this year for you to be successful and for all of us too. So our plan this year is to build relationships every single day. Build relationships. Your goal is to make more friends. We talk about that over and over, and it's so not glamorous, but it's just the truth. Make more friends. We're going to have great challenge groups, and we're going to show our challengers the value of Shakeology. That's where we're going. We're going to share the business opportunity with people all the time, every day. We're going to share this great business opportunity that has given you means to do things that you never thought possible, or just things that just making life a little bit more comfortable, or being your plan B when you didn't know you needed a plan B. And then we're going to enjoy our amazing team. We're going to attend these events and have a blast. And lastly, we're going to live it, because it doesn't matter how much training you have to live it. You have to live being a Beachbody coach. And by living it, people are going to know that you're authentic. By sticking around, they're going to say, hey, I remember that girl. She said she was going to help people, and I didn't really believe her. And here she is 10 years later, still doing the same thing. I think I'm going to go and have her help me. We have to live it, and we have to continue to be here. Our monthly plan as we move forward, we're going to have team calls every Monday at 8:30 Central. I was recording some during the day, and we weren't getting people attending those. And I just felt like we just were lacking in our team stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these calls. We're going to record them, but we're also going to have some Q&A. I'd like for us to have some share time on them as well. We're going to still do the Coach Basics the first of the month. If we need to have another one, we can do that. We We're going to have push to emeralds and push to diamond groups as we need. We're going to have a biz op or a sneak peek on the 3rd week of the month. We are going to start a virtual book club. We'll start doing a book of the month, and we'll talk about it and do it. And we'll have like a couple, we can kind of talk about which one we want to do the month. And then we're going to continue to do amazing recognition for our team. So I want you to think about what your plan is. And as I think about my plan, I have some things down here that I have for my plan and what I'm going to do to help our team. But it goes back to the original plan. There is a plan. When I started Beachbody, there was no plan. I mean, they're just kind of like, go sell P90X and these vitamins. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what you're talking about. And so I just did the best I could. And most of the time I would talk to people till they had like this glazed over look on their face. Then Shakeology came out. I had no clue how to help people with Shakeology. I went to some Mona V meetings to learn how they sold Mona V and thought maybe we could sell Shakeology like they do Mona V. And I learned, and I talked to different leaders and different companies that sold stuff and just tried to learn from them. I didn't know. And then finally we had this thing called the game plan. And I was reminded of the game plan today with Julie Schulte. And because this is really where things changed for us. This started to change. And then the challenge packs came out and just like boomed. But this was the thing called the game plan. And these were 10 core commitments that Beachbody had. Now, this is the 10 before the 4, right? So they had 10 and they reduced it to 4. But if you look on here, they're still kind of there. So number 1, if you haven't already had a Getting Started Right interview with your upline and share that with them, your goals, and learn from them and talk about your why, because let me tell you guys, that why is important. If your why is just to make $100 a month, when it's hard and things are hard and stuff, you're not going to work, right? But that why has to be big and deep and moving, okay? And so talk to your upline and talk to them and have it Getting Started Right. If you need to start over, that's okay. You can start over. Talk to your upline about that. The second is to commit to your Beachbody fitness program. That's still on our vital behaviors, right? That's being a product of the product. And then 3 is commit to at least 2 exposures a day. And exposures back in the day just mean find people, making friends, adding new people to your contact list. That's what an exposure is. That's back in the day. That's what we called it. The next part was attend 1 local event a week. Hey, these calls are our local event. Getting with people, being a part of our awesome events we have, our Facebook page. That's kind of our local event now. And then attend all the Beachbody corporate events, because those are just so amazing. And I can't say enough about how important it is to be. I took tons of notes yesterday. Y'all, I've been a coach for 10 years and I still take notes at Beachbody events. 6 is treat your business like a business. If you want to have a business, like I've heard coaches in 2016, as I talked to them, they're like, well, I just kind of took a break. Like, this is your business. Like, if you owned a bakery and you just decided not to show up, what would happen? Well, your employees wouldn't get paid. Your bills wouldn't get paid. I mean, you would have to close shop, right? This is a business. Okay. So treat it like a business and it will return to you so much. You won't even believe it. Treat it like the $1 million business that it is. The $1 million business that costs you, well, free, because if you bought a challenge pack, or $40, treat it like $1 million business, because it is worth that much. It's worth more than that. And then apply the laws of duplication. Why do I did not tell everyone they need to go spend $10,000 on social media. Why? Because it's not duplicatable. Not everyone has $10,000 to spend. And also, I don't believe that it's duplicatable. I believe that the belly to belly, the talking to people, asking for referrals, finding people, that is the way that we are successful, through duplication, having systems. And we're constantly changing our systems, and we want it to make it so easy that anyone can come in the business and do what we do. Okay. And I think that's what we got into with social media and just overwhelming people is they thought, oh my gosh, I have to be a social media marketing guru and I can't do this. I'm quitting. Okay. I also saw a lot last year is people would get into it. They do great their first month, their second month, great, third month, they were gone. Why? They were gone because they did not learn how to build their cold market while they were talking to their warm market. How to warm up their cold market while they were talking to their warm market. How to warm up their cold market while they were talking to their warm market. And so they would see people posting on social media and thinking that social media was the way, and they'd start posting and people weren't responding to their posts. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, this is too hard. I'm going to give up. No one's answering. But it wasn't that. The people that are successful in this business, you don't see what they're doing behind the scenes. You don't see the messages and the forming and the building the relationships over years and years and years. And so that's what we need to teach, those kind of duplicatable systems that everyone can do no matter what skill set they have. And then committing to personal development. That's why I feel like, having our virtual book club is going to be so important. And then finding a success partner. I love it. I don't know, Tess and Danielle, I put them as roommates at Summit. Tess Thomas and Danielle Patterson, you've probably seen them on the Rockstar page. I put them as roommates at Summit. They didn't know each other, and they became fast friends. Both got to Diamond in the same week, pushed each other, and there is just something glorious about a success partner. And sometimes success partners are for a short period of time, and that's awesome. And sometimes they're in it for a long haul. And so finding a success partner means keep being accountable no matter what. It's having someone that loves you enough to say, hey, get back with it. That's a success partner. And then last, be here a year from now. And being here a year from now was like not, well, I'm here, I'm still here. No, being here a year from now with the same passion and drive that you have today a year from now. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. I'm a little passionate about it. I apologize. But I just wanted to share with you guys what was on my mind, where my plan is. My plan is to be a 15-star by Summit. That's where I am going. I'm going to be desperately finding people who want to get to Diamond and want to build a business and join me in that. And that's where I'm going. I may not hit, it's scary to me. It kind of makes me want to vomit thinking about that goal. It really does. But I am going to go for it. I'm going to try for it. If I don't get there, it's not the end of the world, but I will readjust and I'll get there by the end of the year, whatever it takes. That is my goal this year, is to be a superstar Diamond coach. And again, if it doesn't make you scary and make you want to vomit, then it's probably not a good goal. It's probably too easy of a goal, right? So anyway, I am very excited about this next year and where we're going. And so I'm going to stop recording, and then I want to open it up to little Q&A. How's that?